Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to the Master of Hoppets Grand Christmas Calendar. We had 5 beers, and we had aquavit.
Yeah.
And it's Advent, which means we have more aquavit and also more food.
Yeah.
We had food as well earlier. Tobias is the food man this time. He made everything himself.
Mm-hmm.
Holy! Oh, well, not the bread.
I made not the bread, I made the fish fillets.
Yeah. Filets.
Fillets.
Fish fillets.
The fish.
Fried
breading.
Fish fillets.
What kind
Fish
of fish?
fillets.
Fish
It's
fillet.
a red spit.
A
Red
red
spit.
bread. A red
Fried-
bread with breadcrumb.
With bread cum? Okay.
Oh my God, okay, stop.
Okay, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
So it's Place is the name of the fish. It's a flat
Place.
fish. Yeah, and then we got herring. It's not homemade herring. It's
No.
store bought, and it's krydder herring. Spicy herring.
It's julesild. Christmas herring.
Christmas herring.
Yes.
But if you want to open the beer,
that's me.
got for this day, and we also will be drinking some of this. But beer first. It's Nana's cigarette taste. Holy shit! What is this?
I knew it was a bottle logic.
Damn.
This is the first Christmas beer of the whole thing.
Not my gumdrop buttons. Barley's gingerbread stout.
Show it to the
my
camera.
God, that's really fun.
Yes, so this is gonna be Christmas in a glass, I think. It's not gonna be probably crazy for the spices because it's the 19 release, but it says it's one of their beers that you can cellar, and that's usually how it is with the spiced beers, I think.
Yeah. 14.1%. So that's
But
that's a bad boy.
Yeah.
That's the strongest beer I have as well. Like, I haven't.
Don't
bought it.
announce that.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Don't spoil things.
Okay, maybe I have.
We know you
No.
don't have any IPAs and that it's your strongest beer.
Maybe I have a
so-
25% beer as well.
Who knows?
So this is as you said, barrel-aged gingerbread stout, and I like how they did the label as a gingerbread cookie,
Yeah.
like with frosting and stuff. It looks awesome. Like that's awesome. So yeah, this is an imperial stout brewed with molasses that's been aged in bourbon barrels, and then it's conditioned finally on cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves to give flavors of gingerbread.
Damn.
It says this vanilla finished vanilla finished. So, but it doesn't say vanilla on here. So there's vanilla in it too.
Okay,
So it's probably fundamental observation that's done Christmas.
maybe.
This vanilla finished bourbon barrel stout is sprinkled with nostalgic blend of cinnamon, cloves, and ginger and allspice on a bittersweet molasses base, soft and chewy in the center with the spirited heat along the edge. All that's missing is the frosting from our lab to yours. Happy holidays. End of transmission. And not my gumdrop buttons is a reference to Shrek.
Ah.
The gingerbread. Not
Oh
my
yeah.
gumdrop buttons.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
So, but let's have some barrel-aged stout with fish. It's a very bad beer pairing,
Yeah,
but
it's
Yeah.
really bad.
we
That's-
didn't think of that beforehand.
Yeah, and Brett also announced that his 12th of December beer food pairing is going to be horrible.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
you
just
know
just
what
gonna
I
handle
this
this
year.
one while you're.
Yeah.
So again, 19 release. I don't know if they've done this since. I don't think so. But yeah, a festive stout. I like festive stouts. What
Me
about
too.
you guys?
Yeah, I love
nice.
spices.
May I be about your aquavit glasses?
Be about.
Be about.
Yes, you can hum it. Wow, that was terrible.
That's-
But yeah, no, I love festive spice stouts. It's not something you see too much nowadays. I think it's rarer and rarer, but for this holiday season, I really
People
like
just
beers
want
like
that
this.
shit sweet.
Yeah. But for the holiday season, I like beers like this. Or you remember Hoppin' Frog, Frosted Frog, and these kind of beers. I actually like those.
Also, just something like Mexican cake and
Yeah.
bomb, and like some of those are.
Mexican cake is one of the cornerstones
Yeah.
in my opinion because
Yeah.
it's one of the first like cake stouts I had
Yeah.
along with Noah.
And it tastes like honey yara.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this one.
Absolutely, me too.
Pours a nice color. It's
Yeah.
black. It's roasty looking. It's got a tan head. It didn't pour out the thickest of thick, but you know, the basis on Bottle Logic beers varies a lot from beer to beer. So, but again, vanilla infused. It could be something from FO like, but yeah, looks really nice.
Yeah.
Let's check out the aroma. Yeah. Oh, that smells like gingerbread cookies. That is so
Punkea.
nostalgic. Punkea.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's like
Bourbon barrel is
Yes,
Punkea.
exactly.
Has a quite huge like
Oh, that smells awesome.
ground ginger.
I'm getting Honeycay vibes too.
Yeah.
Because it has like a sweet honey
And also
fudgy thing.
honeygatter.
Yeah.
I think to me
Oh,
it's
that
more
smells
honeycay
awesome.
than it is brunkær.
I think
Yeah.
it's also, I think
see
it's Ceylon cinnamon. Because you smell that the cinnamon is almost smelling artificial.
Yeah.
And Ceylon cinnamon smells like that. I have it out in my cupboard, and the first time I opened it, it's like, what? But this almost smells artificial.
It's a bit more
but it's
perfumey.
Yeah, it's more perfumey. It's not as raw as
No.
as the cassia.
Yeah.
And it smells a lot like that,
Sure.
almost like in Fireball whiskey shots. That's a whiskey infused liqueur, and I think there's
Mm.
also flavorings in that. But that has like that almost artificial cinnamon thing. But cassia or Ceylon cinnamon smells just way perfumey.
Mm.
But it smells so much like a gingerbread kind of
Yeah.
stout. I'm getting undertones of the molasses too. There's some nice roasty maltiness. There's even a hint of chocolate, hint of dark fruit too, like a raisin or something. I get.
Yeah.
That could be the molasses.
But it's like dense dark fruit. It's not
Yeah.
that like plummy kind of.
I'm also getting a lot of allspice in cloves.
Yeah.
And I think the allspice to me is you have to be really careful with that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it can easily take
and
over.
the nutmeg. I think. So this is a 19 vintage, and it's popping with spice.
Yeah.
This must have been really spicy fresh.
Yeah.
But
must
it
have been
smells
pretty crazy.
so festive and Christmassy.
Yeah.
This is something that puts me in the Christmas mood, and this is not for everyone, but the aroma alone is having
Yeah.
me very enticed.
Yeah.
So let's give Nutmeg
It's,
Gumdrop a taste.
It's definitely Christmas in a glass.
It is. Cheers.
Cheers.
That is so Christmassy.
Yeah. Yeah. Liquid Christmas cake.
It is like barrel aged gingerbread cookies
Yeah.
in a stout.
Mm. But the
Lots of
spices
bourbon.
are balanced. Like
Very,
Yeah.
very
they
balanced.
are there, but
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
they don't.
It still tastes like a
Take over.
roasty imperial stout. It's actually kind of an old school imperial stout. Like, have you ever had Hardywood's? You've had Hardywood's
Yeah.
ginger stout.
It's in that vein.
Yeah, but this is just a bit more sweeter,
a bit
and
more
watery.
rich.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
richer. Oh, that's really nice.
That is
but you,
very good.
but you really have to like these kind of spices in a
Yeah.
beer, and you have to like Christmassy flavors in your stout, because
But
this
it tastes
is
so much like honeygatter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But the good thing is that it's not a smack in the face with the spices. Like
No.
it's very well balanced.
you definitely know that they are there.
Yeah,
but
for
they
sure.
aren't out of balance. You know,
But
the
but
barrel
I think,
is still then the base beer is still there.
Yeah.
yeah, I think oftentimes when you get spiced beer, it can easily go into that vein where it's just like, did you drop the spice jar into the kettle or what happened?
Yeah.
And this
True.
is not it. And the molasses gives off, mainly for me, dark fruit. Often you can also get a little bit of licorice. I think maybe there's a hint of that in there too, but there's a little bit of dark fruit. And I know a lot of people in the States nowadays, when you see ratings online, when they like, oh, it's dark fruit, it's like, this suits this so well. Like, it's like a raisin cookie thing, almost. And then there's like all that honeycay spice, or gingerbread spice, and like it's, if you've ever baked yourself for Christmas, it's almost like the scents or aromas you have in the house when you're making these cookies, just in the beer form.
It is.
And as for a base beer, I think it's quite rich.
Yeah,
like
it's decent.
it's not like the thickest of thick, but it's nice and full bodied.
Yeah.
It's got a very nice fluffy, like creamy mouthfeel, but it finishes dry, and I think that's because of both the barrel but also the spices. The spices will help, I think, accentuate that dryness.
Yeah.
And then in terms of spice, I think you taste all the spices. You taste both cinnamon, you taste clove, you taste nutmeg, allspice. Everything is there. It's not like a muddled expression or one spice overshadowing the other. It's like really well balanced in terms of the characters of the spices. But I can already tell you now that this is gonna be a terrible pairing with fish.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, this is
Yeah.
great on its own.
Maybe we should just have a sip of water.
Yeah. Do you have our glasses? I really dig this.
Or we can have a
But
sip of
like
aquavit.
you mentioned
Yeah.
Licorice.
Yeah.
It's more like licorice root or something.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me,
Just
because
like a
it's not-
pure natural liquid.
Yeah, but it's not that raw licorice kind
Nope.
of thing.
Yeah.
It reminds
Or
me of like a
aniseed.
Christmas tea. Like
Yeah.
they always use licorice root.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is definitely something like Christmas tea. I have a Christmas tea in the cupboard, and it's actually there is some almost like a chai vibe or something. There. Can you pass the H2 out? And then we also, we're having fish, so the fish needs to swim with some aquavit.
And I think we should do a skålesang this time around.
We made a big mistake. We didn't do the aquavit song. So should we taste the fish first and then help it swim, or should we
Yes.
sing the song first?
I think we should have a
Help
bite
it
of fish.
swim. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do some of this. So it is the place and the herring. Yes. What are we gonna do first? Maybe we'll
I'm
do
gonna
the
start with the herring.
Yeah, I think so. The cold fish first,
Yeah, so I only have one, and
because you don't like herring.
yeah, some of you guys maybe remember from early years, I'm not that good with herring.
I like it once a year, two, 3 times a year, but it's not something I eat all the time. This is very Christmassy too.
Yeah. It's
There's-
also Christmas herring.
There's definitely some fall spices in here.
Yeah.
And pickled fish. We've done it a few times now. Should we
Yeah.
help it swim?
Yes.
Hops, hops, hops. Nu skal vi have snaps. En der vækker appetitten, en der rykker i banditten. Haps, haps, haps. Nu skal vi have snaps.
Skål.
That is a great pairing.
Yes.
You know,
Herring and aquavit.
herring and aquavit is great
It's,
together.
on the first day, God created the aquavit, and on the second, He needed no.
On the second day, he created the herring. And therefore, he made this invention of eating pickled fish with booze.
Yeah.
He created the pickled herring, and then
God,
he found
it's
out
God's
it's a good
invention.
idea that it would swim somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Let it swim in aquaweed.
so, yeah. I don't even want to pair it with a beer, to be honest. Like, I think it's a shame
Mm.
for both the food and the beer because it's not going to be a great pairing. But again, I don't like to eat aquavit all the aquavit. I don't like to eat herring all the time, but I do get it for Christmas, and I think it's okay. But like, it will never be my favorite food. I think it's a tradition thing. Maybe when I've eaten it 100 times more, I like it more. Nice homemade
Mm.
fish fillet.
Yes.
The fish fillet is very nice.
But this is one of the best festive stouts I think I've ever had, to be 100% honest. Just because everything is so well balanced, the bourbon's there, and the base can handle it. I think with Hardywood's Christmas stout, it's a little thinner and it's a little bit more old school and maybe slightly restrained.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna go 95 on this. I fucking love it. I don't think everything, but for me, this is a world-class Christmas beer. Like, I'd love to drink this again. But I'm also really biased with beers like this.
What I was about to say is that I don't think these Christmas beers necessarily have to be massively thick.
No.
Because the spices are so rich
Yeah.
in character and flavor already, so you don't need like a fucking massive,
No.
super sludgy base. So for me, it works fine that it has like a medium plus kind of body for a big stout like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably agree with the 95.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put it at 92, 93. Yeah. I think I would have preferred it more without the allspice.
Okay.
Because, again, as I said, I'm a bit allergic to allspice.
Okay. So, you know, I would have had the same feeling if there was cardamom in here.
Yeah.
Because I also have a bit of a like an off relationship with the cardamom. But in this, like, there's no spice.
And I have it kind of the same way with cloves. I have a
Ah.
jar of cloves at home, and when I open it, I need to like
Yeah.
because it's good in very very small amounts, and I can tolerate it. But going in too much on those two spices, it's just yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a beer, like if you're a huge fan of stouts that are rich and you like Christmas beers and spices, you really need to try it.
Yeah.
And go into it with an open mind because, you know, I think a lot of people will judge this on first of all, it's not too thick. It's not thick enough. And then a lot of people will also judge it on the fact like, oh, it's too much spice, like it tastes like Christmas. It's supposed
It
to
would
be that.
almost be undrinkable if it was like super sludgy.
Yeah.
Because the spices are so intense.
I think so. And I really like the candy kind of caramelly,
Yeah.
fudgy bourbon character there to it. Like, it's almost like you did some kind of gingerbread cookie or bonquet or whatever, but where you also added some bourbon into the mix when you made the batter,
Yeah.
or the batter, the dough.
Yeah.
But I think they did a great job here. I don't think I've ever had a Christmas stout that's been this much in check with all the different parameters that you kind of need to take into consideration when doing a stout like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really fun to try. Awesome. Glad you guys liked it. We actually have the highest rated beer now
Yeah,
so far.
for sure.
So
We need to update the scoreboard.
we do.
Yeah.
So if you guys had a chance to try Not My Gumdrop Buttons from 2019 or any other vintage, if they've done it since, from Bottle Logic, let us know what you thought of it. Very, very nice stuff. This was really fun to try. It's something you'd have to trade for if you want to try it, at least this vintage, but it doesn't trade for a lot, so it's very easy to get. So yeah, if you guys had it, let us know. Merry Christmas. Well, it's not Christmas yet, but happy 5th of December. Happy Advent, 2nd of Advent. We're going to be back tomorrow with more beer after we finish this plate of food and the beer and the... Should we finish the aquavit on camera? Yeah. You know,
We didn't come here to talk.
we didn't come here to dance.
We come here to drink.
In Danish, you say, vi er ikke kommet for at dance.
Vi ikke kommet for at snakke.
Nej, cheers. That's a good aquavit.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. See you tomorrow for the next episode. Remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, and Twitter, and Instagram, all that social media stuff. And we're going to say cheers and wish you all a merry little Advent. Cheers.
Skolski.
Skolski. Broski.